if every day you keep saying to yourself that I'm not good with women, I'm not good at social interaction, I don't speak to people, I can't speak to people, do you think that that kind of thoughts kind of harm you in a way more than actually serving you or helping you in any possible way? Do you actually think that convincing yourself that I am not good with women actually helps you? Because I mean, you are convincing yourself because you keep saying it to yourself every single day. Every time you see a woman walk past that you would like to talk to and maybe get her number, do you, your brain generates thoughts about the fact that you're not gonna get her because you're not good at speaking to people, you're not good at speaking to women especially, and that you are inferior to her and you don't deserve to have someone that's as hot as her maybe. Do you think that helps you? Now, you can control your own mind, your own thoughts. And so I think that you need to start doing it. You need to start being aware of what you're thinking and try to stop it when you keep, having those negative limiting thoughts about yourself or things about yourself. Instead of saying, I'm not good at this or that, or I don't do this, or I can't do this. Instead of doing that, just say nothing to yourself. Or if you really need to say something about yourself, just say that normally you tend to do this. Normally I tend to avoid social interaction. Normally I usually avoid social interaction. But don't say like, oh, I am shy, because if you say I am shy, that fucking present simple. It means that you are that thing and you cannot change, and you are that thing 100% of the time, every single minute of your day, and you cannot, move out of that situation. And so say, I tend to not speak to people normally, but this time I'm going to do, I'm going to speak to that woman. That right there is a growth in self-identity. That's a growth in how you perceive yourself, because before you were thinking like, oh, I am not someone who speaks to women, and now you are, or I mean, I'm not someone who's good at speaking to women, and now you are like, okay, I usually don't speak to women, but now I'm gonna try. And then, of course, you should go and try it, actually, and not just say it to yourself. You should go and try, and maybe you'll fail. Maybe the worst won't come out of your mouth, but at least you fucking tried. And trust me, that's a big step. That's a big step from not even thinking that you can to actually doing it. It's going from 0 to 1, basically. And so, now that you have done that, now that you have spoken to a woman, for example, I mean, this is just an example, but it's really with anything. You now have proof about the fact that you can speak to women. Maybe you're not good at it, but that's okay. I mean, you need to practice before you can get good at anything. And so, now that you have proof about the fact that you can speak to women, and you're not just someone who has a block in his mind, who can't like at all speak to women, now that you have proof, then those thoughts about like, oh, I can't speak to women, they should be gone, because you have proven it to yourself. And so the next time from when you have spoken to a woman that you think, oh, I can't speak to women. No, because I have. So I can speak to women. Now, instead of saying, I am bad with money, instead say, I am usually not that wise when it comes to spending money. I don't spend my money in a wise way, but this time I'm going to be thoughtful about it, and I'm going to think about what I purchase and what I invest my money on. That second statement is a lot better than the first one, because in the first one you're like saying something about yourself that is definite and it's there and that's it. You're saying, oh, I am not good with money, or I am bad with money. And so that's it. You are bad with money and you can't do anything about it. But if you say, I'm usually not that good at spending money, but this time I'm going to try and spend money in a thoughtful way, and I'm going to really, thoroughly think about my stuff, what I buy. that second thing is actually going to make you grow. So I'll let you do it this time. What do you think you should say if you're someone that like says to himself, "I'm not good at reading"? What should you say to yourself? I mean, probably I usually lose focus while reading, but this time I'm going to keep my focus on my book and I'm going to read X amount of pages or for X amount of minutes. And in that way, you're going to your brain is gonna, receive a different type of message. It's not gonna be like, okay, I can't read, so I'm going to make him not read. Because that's what your brain does. If you tell it to, if you tell your brain, oh, I'm not good at reading, then your brain is going to act in that way. Your brain is going to be like, okay, destroy his focus now that he said this. And so you're not going to be able to read. And then, you're giving yourself proof about the fact that you can't read. Because, you lose focus every single word that you read. So, yeah. But instead, if you say, I am usually not that focused while reading, or I usually get distracted while reading, but this time I'm going to try extra hard at, keeping my focus on. And so in that way your brain is going to be like, okay, he said he's going to try to keep his focus on. And so instead of one word, I'm going to get him distracted every 3 words. But that's still a kind of progress, okay? Your brain is not going to do that, but you see, I hope you get what I mean. So now, I hope it kind of seems obvious that those second statements are better than the first one to think, okay? And now it's really up to you what you decide to think. The next time you get I am this thought, or I cannot do this thought, then tell your brain that that's a lie, you're lying to yourself, and that you are going to try your best to do that, or that you are this. So like, next time you say, I am shy, I cannot speak to people, say, I usually tend to avoid speaking to people, but I can try. And so in that way you're gonna grow, and that you're going to solve all your problems really. They're all in your fucking mind. You're stopping yourself. That's the truth. So I hope you got something from this video, and I hope you liked it. So like and subscribe if you like my videos and all this stuff. And so yeah, see you in the next one.